Hey art nerds! So last week I was in San Francisco and you guys better believe I did some art supply shopping. Keep watching to check out my haul. So this Daiso bag hides goodies from Maido, from Blick, and of course Daiso. I also hit up Kinokuniya because I had to. So I'm gonna go ahead and start diving in. This bag is unfortunately a little bit tall, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it over here. This is going to be our area of focus, and hopefully I can keep my hand steady. And I'm just going to pull kind of randomly. So, towards the end of my trip, I picked up these Zebra Sensations colored pencils from Maido. I don't normally review color pencils just because I'm not much of a color pencil user other than like adding things to my watercolors. But these are interesting to me because they're smaller than other color pencils, so you can get tighter details. I thought they would be, I figured at least they would be useful for doing colored sketching, but they could prove really useful in a lot of other ways. Plus, I'm just a sucker for these sort of lead refill based pencils, and these are refillable and you don't need to sharpen them. So I hope you guys will keep an eye on the channel for a review of these, especially if you enjoy, say, adult coloring books. I also picked up one. No, I have another. Gonna make me dig while I'm on camera. I picked up two. I believe these are Boku Undo brand, but my friends who read kanji can probably tell me better. But these are Menso style brushes, and they also had Kuretake Menso brushes. You guys can check out a review and demonstration of Menso brushes here on this channel. But what I really like about these is these are phenomenal for inking, but they don't necessarily use Kolinsky sable. They might use sable. They're very nice brushes though. They can come to a really fine point, and they're like half the price of Kolinsky sable in the US. Now, these prices, I wish I'd paid $3.50 and $4.50. That would have been nice. I paid a premium for being in the US. But these are great, and I'm adding them to my inking brush collection. Next, I picked up a sampler of fountain pen friendly papers. Well, not just fountain pen, I guess. They are also ballpoint gel and pencil. Oh, okay, these are breakdowns for all of them. So there are multiple papers, and they're in cute little packets with explanations on them. And they're suitable for a variety of pen types. But what I'm interested in these for the pens, but I'm also interested in seeing how they play with markers, because I'm always interested in finding new marker papers. I picked this up from Daiso. Looks like it's four-hand lettering, although that looks like it was probably done with a brush. I might be wrong. You guys tell me. Look at that dip pen nib and look at those letters. Can that nib do that? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. But these are watercolor paper, and I really like postcard size watercolor paper. I like working at this size. So if I like this paper, I only picked up one pack. Maybe I should have picked up more. But if I like this paper, it'll give me something I can do field tests on. And that was from Daiso, so it was like $1.50. So even if I don't like the paper, that's okay. When I'm working in my sketchbook, I'm often doing corrections, so I really like these sort of translucent sticky notes. Plus, these are some of my favorite colors. All you need is like blush pink, and that would be all of my favorite colors. And Daiso is great for stationery. There are Daisos all over the West Coast, so if you live on the West Coast, lucky you. I'd like to see them kind of permeate the rest of the country because I love me some Daiso. They have a great stationery selection. The reason I didn't really pick up more is I have a lot of stationery stuff that I'm trying not to just own more things. I'm trying to kind of combat the YouTube urge of like having a hoard. Because I already have a hoard, so I need to work on that. So, those of you who know me know I have arthritis, and those of you who know me know I'm heavy-handed. So, I'm always interested in cushy, soft pencils, mechanical pencils. I picked up another Dr. Grip. I have a black Dr. Grip. I really like it. I picked up a blue one. I might put my non-photo blue lead in this one. In 0.7. It was really hard to find 0.7 stuff with cushy grips. I know Sakura of America also makes the Sumo, and I like the Sumo, but it's a little bit big for my hand to hold comfortably. I'm just not used to it. This is a little bit big too. There's so many cushy grips in 0.5, and 0.3 has a lot of cushy grips. Please, Japanese manufacturers, make more cushy grips in 7. There are people who want them. So, picked up this little ridiculous thing from Daiso. Thought I could use it as a travel palette, but it's a little deeper than I thought, and this part isn't removable. So I'm going to figure something out with this. But it's so cute. That is also probably $1.50. I picked up these at Blick, and I'm really excited about these. So these are brush scrubbers. You put them in your cup, and they've got suction cups on them. I'm going to do a mini review of these, but I'm really excited about these because I tend to clean my brush. I tend to like mash it against the bottom of my cup, which is bad. But these feel like they are an excellent alternative. And I got these at the checkout line at Dick Blick. So I'm excited about those. I also picked up something I have a lot of these, but I don't have any of these colors. They are a set of light skin tones, beige skin tones from Echo line. I could definitely use more darker skin tones as well, but I'm kind of waiting for the line to develop more. They didn't sell any of these colors open stock, so I had to get the pack, and I did get the pack. And I have an Echo line review that you guys can check out if you're tempted by these, but I'll probably be doing more Echo line videos. I also picked up these, and I've been reviewing more water-based markers. It's not that I don't love alcohol markers anymore. It's just that so many people review alcohol markers, and I'm just kind of over all the cheap ones. So I've been really kind of exploring water-based markers more because I feel like they're kind of underrated. And I feel like they're a good alternative for people who have fume sensitivities, allergy sensitivities, younger artists might be older, just anyone who like can't use alcohol markers. I think water-based markers might be a solution for them. I also picked up, these were on sale. So I have had my eye on these for a long time, and they've always been too expensive. They usually, a pack of 6 is usually like $39 individually. So I saw 3 packs at Dick Blick. They didn't have any of the accessories. These are refillable. You can also supposedly replace the nibs. They didn't have any of the refills or the empty markers or the replaceable nibs at Dick Blick, at either of the Dick Blicks I went to. But they did have these. These were the 3 color sets they had left. So I grabbed them because at this price, that's a pretty good deal. And it means I can do a better review for you guys. Let's see. From Maido, I found another squishy pencil. This is 0.5 because, like I said, it's hard to find good stuff in 0.7. And I was kind of thinking, well, I could just work towards being lighter-handed. We'll see how that goes. I've been kind of bonkers for erasers again. I go through these phases where, like, I try out a bunch of erasers and then I have, like, my new favorite for the next 5 years. So I picked, because I really like Pentel's erasers, I picked up an Ein Click, which is kind of similar in terms of body to some of the Staedtler ones, which I don't like, but I like Pentel's erasers, so hopefully I will like this one. Speaking of Pentel, picked up a little set of their, I think these are probably hobbyist grade watercolors. They're $12.50 in the US. I can only imagine they're much cheaper in Japan. I have reviewed, but you guys haven't seen them yet, Shinhan and Turner watercolors. So just kind of continuing along that trend of less expensive watercolors that are not quite like children's grade. Picked up these. I love these. I have them on all of my, I had one on my stylus for my Surface Pro, but I lost my stylus at the airport. So good thing I picked up another pack because I can replace it. I have it on all my favorite drawing pencils. These are fantastic. Staedtler makes these. Might be a little harder to find. They're right-handed and left-handed. I picked up right-handed since that is me, but I guess I should have picked up some lefties for my younger brother. Anyway, these are my favorite. I got them at Maido. I can't find them anywhere else, but maybe knowing the name means I can find them now. I picked up some smaller high-tech seeds in colors that might be useful for drawing skin tones, because I've been doing a lot of stuff, or for a while I was doing a lot of stuff with alcohol markers and gel pens, specifically Muji gel pens, which I like, Actually, I love. But I didn't hit up Muji this time. Wah. I love Muji. Please build a Muji in New Orleans and in Nashville. I promise I will give you all of the business. But I do also really like High Tech C, and I also picked these up at Maido. Maido is great for stationery. Now, we're going to just do Blick stuff. You know, I am a huge fan. And it's me rustling in my other Blick bag. I'm a huge fan of Blick Studio brush markers. And I like buying them in person because the color tool on their website isn't the greatest. I mean, it's fine, but it's not 100% accurate. So, I know I've said in the past that Blick Studio brush marker has they do have lots of more muted, desaturated tones. This is not representative of that. I was specifically going for like colors I feel like aren't represented well in my Copic collection. So blues, is this a purple? No, ultramarine. Blues and greens and a yellow and a pretty peach color, which I might actually have. These are refillable now, by the way. And they actually had the refills at one of the 2 Blick stores I went to, the smaller one, the one not on Market Street. San Francisco has like 3 Blicks, and I hit 2 of them. And then I picked up a Copic, another Copic, and I grabbed some watercolor pencils, the Albrecht Dürers. And what are you? More Albrecht Dürers. I think they're all Albrecht Dürers. Just in colors I'm kind of missing. As well as some Holbeins. And I'm kind of bummed because only one of the Blicks I went to had the watercolors. They were kind of expensive for the price. Or for Holbein watercolors. Maybe going to Japan ruined me. And they didn't have some of the intense pinks I was kind of hoping to find. They had them, but they were all sold out. So I picked up some intense blues, and I'm just going to have to pine from afar for the pinks. And then, finally, I picked up a couple of bottles of Ecoline watercolors in the new stopper bottle, which I really like. I'm really glad they introduced a stopper bottle. Makes it so much easier to use. So, I could have done more. Could have done more damage, but I think this is enough damage. A lot of this is just stuff I wanted to get, not necessarily stuff for review. But if there's interest in some of the other things, I'll go over them for you guys. I have a review of the Blick Studio brush markers over at natosoup.blogspot.com. I believe I've talked about watercolor markers, but you know what? I could always talk about them again. I have some very specific favorites, and my use case for watercolor pencils might be different from other artists. I don't know. I have some videos where I sort of demonstrate what I mean when I say alcohol marker and gel pen techniques. And then for the rest of these, other than the mechanical pencils, I'm only doing reviews on mechanical pencils because it takes a really long time for me to decide if a mechanical pencil is right for me. Like 2 years of steady use. So, eventually I'm going to do like a roundup over on the blog, or maybe I'll do a roundup video of all my favorites. I will say Dr. Grips are great. I've been using a Dr. Grip for a while. And I will say Sumos are great. I've been using a Sumo for a while, and I will say Color Eno's mechanical pencils are great. I've been using those for like 8 years now. Forever. A long time. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to these reviews, and I hope you'll check out the reviews that I mentioned in this video. Bye, guys!